beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm really excited because the other day I headed out to Kmart without any plan of purchasing anything, but I found what I've been trying to look for so long. I went to Ulta. I wasn't trying to buy it online because I wasn't really sure if there were like different shades and how would they look, you know, so I wanted to go somewhere where I can test it out, but I did find it at Kmart. So I'm really excited. It's the Airspun loose face powder. Now I'm sure all of you guys know what this is. I'm sure a lot of you, or maybe not many of you, have already tried this, but I have not, and I've heard a lot of great things about this, so I really want to try this out. And I also picked up some Kiss lashes. I once owned a pair called Corset, and I was in love with them until, you know, I stopped taking care of them, and then I lost one, and you know the story. And then I also picked up a Real Technique sponge. This is like one of the jumbo sponges. Look how big this is. Like, it's huge. Alright, now let's get started. I already went ahead and moistened my beauty blender, so it's a hell of a lot bigger than it was previously. So I'm just going to start off with the Professional Pore Primer. I've honestly just recently bought this and it feels really good. It feels just like the Milani Prime Correct, which I love. So to find something that's by Benefit and is high-end and works just the same, it's pretty cool. I mean, I walked into Ulta trying to find something that I can, you know, probably try that's different, you know, something out of Milani Cosmetics. So I was like, alright, let's step it up a bit. So I went ahead into Ulta and I got this primer, and it smells really good. As for the Milani one, it doesn't really have much of a scent, but this one I feel really does minimize the pores and has the same texture as the Milani primer, but I really like this one, especially how it smells. Okay, now I want to use two primers, so this one's being the first one by Benefit, and then the second one I want to go ahead and use is No Problem, but it's like No Problema, but it's No Problem. It's by Touch and Soul. I'm not sure what kind of brand this is, but everything's in like Korean writing. It's kind of like the Versali elixir. It feels like water on your face, but it feels really refreshing. I'm using this one over the Benefit Pore Primer, and this one is also a pore primer, but it feels so much fresher. And then with this heat, this is good. Okay, so now that we gone ahead with primer, we're going to go in with foundation. What we'll be using is a Tarte High Performance Naturals Face Tape foundation, and this is in medium neutral, so 35N. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit because I don't know if this foundation is too thick. Then the sponge is huge. Okay, first thoughts. It applicates foundation really good. I mean, I'm just thinking about it, like the concealer is good, so the foundation is good. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts since I just finished applicating everything. My thoughts on this foundation is amazing. A little does go a long way for this. So for this one, I would want to rate it like a good 7, like for my standards, because I mean, it's not cakey. It looks very matte, which I really like. This one is so close to using my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. Only this one is very more of a smooth but light coverage, which is good for me because I feel like I'm not putting too much on my face. But with the primer and the Professional primer, I feel like it does a really good job together. So I mean, both my favorites. I'm loving this, and I'm loving this. It's great. So, I mean, I'll leave all the links to the Benefit primer and for the Tarte foundation, and of course for the Poreless primer, all in the description below, so make sure to go check that out. I'm gonna go in with eyebrows, and I'm gonna do that off camera, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, now that I've gone in and drew in my eyebrows with my NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Chocolate, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. And I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyebrows, but first I want to go ahead and do my entire face. So I'm just going to go ahead under my eyes here. Just as the foundation does, a little does go a long way. Using my big ass beauty blender here, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. Okay, now that I've gone ahead and blended out my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyebrows. So it's been like a hot minute since I've gotten my eyebrows done. So I went ahead and got them done yesterday. I had my younger sister take out my eyebrows, which was crazy but exciting. Really enjoyed it. She did such a great job. Did not expect that at all whatsoever. But props to her. And there we have it, our concealed eyebrows. Alright, and to set it, I'm just gonna kind of use our Airspun translucent powder. I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush and use this to set my eyelids. Now, I know a lot of people, after they've already gone ahead and concealed or prime their eyeshadow base, they go ahead and just pack on that eyeshadow there to start their eyeshadow look, but I honestly can't find the will to do that, so I just go ahead and set it with a base first. So I set that eyeshadow primer or concealer as I do. Now that I've set a base there, I'm gonna go in with a translucent powder. And I'm going to use that to set in the concealer to basically pre-bake with the use of my beauty blender. Some of the powder out. I need some powder now. I can't really describe it. The smell is familiar though. I feel like I've smelled this before. I don't know. It smells really good though. I like it. So I'm gonna go in and place in the Archery Eyebrow Duo eyebrow pencil, but I'm just using the gel to set in my eyebrows. So let me do that real quick. And to contour my face, I'm gonna be using Take Home the Bronze by The Balm. I got this in a subscription package, but I like to use this to just contour. I like using this for the Hoola Benefit bronzer, but this one's really good. Now you can see obviously that I use this a lot. I really like this bronzer, the first one I ever owned, and I'm in love with it. And I know it seems kind of weird, why am I bronzing before I set my face, but this is the way I like to do it, because when I set my face I can actually like lighten it up if it's too dark. Okay, now that we've contoured the face, we're gonna go in with a fluffy brush to contour our nose. So I'm gonna go in with my Neutrogena setting powder, and this is a nude 40. I've always used this one. So I'm just gonna go all over the face with this, including from where we bronzed or contoured our face. Okay, now that we've set our face, we're gonna go ahead and bake, of course. So going back in with the Airspun translucent powder. Oh my god, I just remembered. It smells like baby powder. That's what it smells like. So if it's good for your bum, it's good for your face. So my main focus right now is the Tarte eyeshadow palette, and this is Be You Naturally eyeshadow palette. So I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of this one. It comes like this. Okay, so for this palette, you do have 4 shimmers and 4 matte. Kind of smells like chocolate in a way. I don't know, it smells really good. So I'm going to be jumping off of this eyeshadow palette and the Butter London palette. So the Butter London palette comes with 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. As you guys seen in my previous video, I did do a review on this. I got this palette out of a BoxyCharm subscription, which I will also be leaving the link down below so you guys can go check them out, as well as for Tarte. So I'm just gonna grab a blending brush and start off with the Butter London palette, and I'm gonna go straight into Temptress. Now this is a very pigmented brown. It's heavy, so I'm just gonna go in right here on the bottom. I am gonna bring this down first and then pick it to the crease, but I really want this shade to be all in the back. So like I'm using the wrong brush for this. Okay, I'm gonna switch my brush to this round brush. I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. I've worked with a lot of dark browns before in my past life because that's all I would ever use. Okay, I'm just going to stop right here in the middle from where my pupil is and just bring it out and then into the crease, of course. And then with a blending brush, of course, I'm just going to try to blend that out. Okay, now that I've gone ahead and blended this out, I'm going to go into the Tarte palette here. Same brush, I'm just going to go in and pick up this lighter brown here, and this is in the color Daybreak. It's the lightest brown. Okay, so that is our outer corner. Now we're going to go in with Dusk, which is a light pink shade. It's a very subtle pink, and I'm just gonna start packing that in, and then we're just gonna finish it off by blending that out. So I'm gonna go back in with that lighter brown, kind of blend that in. Okay, now with a flat brush we're gonna go in with Earthy, which is a white kind of beige matte. And I'm just going to use the same brush I used for that pink, going with a little more, just to blend that all in. Just like so. So we got a little smoky eye going on here. And then we're just going to go back in with Explore, which is this light brown. It's our first eye all done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, as well as wipe off my bake. And then I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, now that I went ahead and did the other eye off camera, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and add some of that brown from the Tarte eyeshadow palette. And we're going to put it on the bottom of our lower lash line. Okay, so with a down fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this Urban Decay setting spray. And we're going to go into the Butter London palette, and like I said in the beginning, I do want to mess around with either Enchantress or Diva, so I think I'm going to go in with a little, you know what, let's go in with some Diva. Okay, now that I've gone in with that, I'm going to go in with Enchantress above my brow bone. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte blush, and this is Quirky. I love this one. This one's beautiful. I used to have one, and I honestly, no, it was a bit lighter than this one. I fell in love with it so much, and I have a nephew who just insisted to play with my stuff and went ahead and messed it up. So I was so sad. I got really mad, and I threw everything away. Story of my life. Anyways, going in with the blush. And I like mixing in my blush with my bronzer, so it doesn't really look like I got any bronzer on there. Alright, and with the Stephen Lauren Jelly Highlighter, and this is Cotton Candy. This is the one I'm going to be using to highlight my face. So I'm just going to take a highlighting brush, and I'm going to sweep this against that. And I love that it's pink, so it totally looks like blush. Oh my god, I didn't even have to try. You guys saw that. I mean, I saw it with you, but I mean, you guys saw that, right? So now, let's go in with this eyeliner. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera, and I'll see you guys just a bit when I'm placing in my Kiss Lashes. And for today's Kiss Lashes, I'm going to go in with Noir Kiss Lashes. I'm going to go in with these lip liners by Italia. So I'm just going to outline my lips with that. And this color is actually Espresso. So that's one. And then the second color I'm going to go on with is brown. So I outline with a lighter shade, and with a darker shade, I just kind of blend it in. So with the first color, and I'm going to go in with Dominique Cosmetics Lip Gloss. And this is in Peach Tea. I love how this looks, like this whole combination here. So, whoops. So that is the finished lip. It's time to just grab my tweezers here and go in with the first eyelash. Hopefully it looks good. Because when I saw these Kiss Lashes, I'm like, girl, these gotta look good. See, I told you guys it look good. You see, you can always trust Kiss Lashes because they work. No matter how thin, how small they are, they're beautiful. Okay, now with some mascara, I'm just gonna go in and do my bottom lashes because I feel like you need your bottom lashes in order for your entire eye to pop. All we need left is our setting spray. Oh, that feels good. Alright, so that's it for today's look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. I'll leave the description for everything down in the description box below. Don't forget to turn on your post notification and like this video, and if you're here, you might as well subscribe, so make sure you do that. Make sure to follow me on all my social media. I post on a daily. I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye. I love you.